So we've discussed climate and we've also discussed soil pH. Next, I want to talk about soil structure. Your soil might be a clay, heavy soil, or it could be like mine, which is a light, sandy soil. Both have got pros and cons. Clay soil has very, very, very tiny soil particles. It's the opposite to what you would think. The particles are so small that they clump together and they can be too tiny for the plant roots to access air and water, which is stored within the soil particles. Opposite to a clay soil is a sandy soil, where the particles are large and the water and the air can travel freely through the soil particles. Clay soil takes a really long time to warm up because it holds onto water. That pushes the air out, unfortunately, but it does hold on to nutrients. Where sandy soil warms up very quickly, allows the air and the water through freely. However, it doesn't hold on to nutrients, and it crucially doesn't hold on to water very well either. So your plants are a lot more susceptible to drying out. On the soil type you have often depends on the kind of weather you have. Because rain is slightly acid, the chances are you'll have clay acid soil in a place where it rains a lot, where you don't need it because you've got water retaining soil anyway. And in the dry parts of the country, like where I am, the soil is very free draining and it doesn't rain very much either, and we're quite alkaline. So it tends to be nature that causes these issues. Now, we as gardeners can do certain things to help fix the situation. How are you getting on?
It's magic compost.
Why is it magic?
There. Yeah, another year it jumped all over here.
Oh, I am very grateful. This is where garden compost comes in. Garden compost, when added to clay soil, will help break the clay up and create larger crumb structure, meaning that the water can escape more freely and the plants can get their roots in to retrieve the water. And when well rotted compost or manure is added to a sandy soil, it can significantly increase the water holding capability of that soil. So compost will help in both situations, but the compost must be well rotted. Oh, wonder where that went. People have got their own opinions on how you should garden and what methods that you should use. Personally, I'd much prefer to give you the principles behind the soil science and let you make your own mind up, because once you understand the principles, it's fairly easy to fix any problems. So this is my homemade compost, and this we add for soil structure. So not particularly soil fertility, although there is some nutrients in it. We don't rely on it because it can be inconsistent depending on what it's made of. So this is going to add some very much needed moisture retaining properties to my sandy soil. But it's magic, because if you've got clay soil, it helps break the clay up as well. So it works either way. Either way, it's a good thing. Moving this lot out with the rake, and I'm removing anything we don't want, like a brick and a packet of hula hoops. That look good. So that's the soil structure sorted out. Next is feeding. So this has got some nutrients in it, but it's very inconsistent depending on what it was that's broken down to make this compost. So I'm going to add some fertilizer. Blood, fish and bone is absolutely excellent. It's really cheap. It's about £1.20 for this in Home Bargains, or some of those discount stores. Garden centres can be a bit expensive, so do watch out for that. If they want a fiver for it, walk away. So this is about 120, 150 is absolutely fine. Just check the dilution on the back. It tells you how much per square metre that you want to add. So this is 5 square metres, so I'm going to be weighing them out with my scales. This one's quite good as well. This is organic with mycorrhiza fungi, but there's grow more. There's so many on the market. So as long as it's balanced, it doesn't really matter which one you use. So I'm going to pop this in the bucket with my favourites collection, but before I do, I just want to show you how nicely it also goes with Spring Sunshine Champagne. Look at that. Amazing. Look at the asters. Absolutely amazing.